Everything in this video can be found on a public domain, and the full disclaimer is down below. Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone, and I wish you lots of love and many blessings. Y'all bear with me, I'm trying to play catch up. Hey you guys, these dogs are acting crazy, so if you hear a lot of clip-clopping around, it's not a stampede of horses, it's just my dogs. They're acting nuts because they know they're about to go to the PARK, and once that's announced, it's all hell in here. So they know something's up. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys really fast. The Summer Wells case is bugging me so bad. I'm put out by the parents, of course, and I know a lot of people probably, are going to sit back and say, quit judging the parents. Listen, you do you, and I'm going to do me. That's the beauty of the world we live in. We have opinions, and sometimes our opinions don't sync up. And that's the beauty of life, you can have a difference of opinions and still keep on moving. So, no, I don't trust the parents. I think both of the parents are in on this. I have found too many inconsistencies in everything they say. The granny, she totally knows what's up. Rose Meyer, her partner, absolutely. But the inconsistencies are one thing. To slow this search down is a whole nother situation. And at first I thought, well, is this the strategy of the law enforcement that, maybe they want to put a pause on hunting for summer? And the guy came out, Captain Coop, and he said, we're just going to start searching for on an as-needed basis. What? You have a 5-year-old that's missing? And I get, if it's too much for people 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, I get it, okay? And it's a mountainous terrain, and they're complaining about that, and the heat, and this, that, and the other, and the lack of communication with the cell service. My gosh, get a $50 pair of walkie-talkies, I lived in the mountain, too, before my place burned down. I was right, I had no internet service, I complained about that all the time. If I had to stand at the road to upload a video, I get it. But, if I wanted to get a hold of my kids, and I knew they were across the way, we had some walkie-talkies, and they worked fine. Anyway, I think a lot of excuses have been pulled out and used as far as why this search has come to a stop, basically. There was a lady that was on there, and they were having a little financial talk on the news I was watching, and it really bugged me. This woman was so aggravated with the fact that this search has put a, been a burden on the budget, okay, for law enforcement, for the area. She was so angry talking about this burden on the budget. You would have thought it was coming out of her account. And then she said, well, they don't want to have to move funds from the reserves. What are they for then? A new roof? What's more important? Trying to hunt down a 5-year-old, or whatever happened to her, or, what stupid things that you might need to improve your building. I get it. Priorities are all whacked out over there. But there's something really greasy, in my opinion, about Ronnie Lawson, and he's the sheriff. And I found I feel like this is a part of what they're doing. They made the comment that they started the fiscal year financially $2 million in the hole. And this has done nothing but add to their budget's burden, hunting for summer. So they turned off all Amber Alerts. Those are done, completely finished. They're only going to hunt for her on an as-needed basis, whatever the hell that means. I don't mean to cuss, but for real, what does that mean? On an as-needed basis. It's Tuesday, you feel like going walking through the woods. What does that mean? I don't understand it. Anyway, God, I need to get on with it. It's just so aggravating. I found a lawsuit against this law enforcement agency, and I think that's what they are, maybe $2 million in the hole this fiscal financial year. And I think maybe that's why they're clutching on to every cent that they can, and they don't want to move money from their reserves, is because they are being sued for millions. I think it's $3.5 million. And what Ronnie Lawson said, let me show you. Here, watch this. Hawkinsville Sheriff Department is being sued. The lawsuit is all about excessive force being used, and I totally agree. This guy was in a vehicle pursuit last year, and it ended in Hawkins County. He filed the lawsuit in federal court asking for $3.25 million in damages for using excessive force. According to the lawsuit, there's unlawful seizure and excessive force, assault and battery, outrageous conduct, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and the failure of the sheriff's office to adequately train deputies, resulting in deliberate indifference and supervise them in the field. Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said Thursday the allegations in the civil complaint are without merit. Sheriff Lawson said that because the litigation is pending, he couldn't really comment except to say, I reviewed the facts and my officers didn't do anything wrong. He went on to say they acted appropriately. He sees nothing wrong with this young man's face. So I was just curious, do you think that the fact that they're being sued for $3.25 million, could this lawsuit be like the main reason why they don't want to spend any more from their budget to hunt for summer? And initially, Sheriff Lawson said everybody's a suspect. And now he's saying there are no suspects. He came out saying that no matter what, finding summer is what he meant to do, and the case wouldn't go cold, but it does seem like it's going to run cold. That really worries me. It really bugs me. Last week, the community came together at the park and they wanted to do a prayer circle for summer. Mom Candus shows up with her mom Candi. I picked up on a lot of anger from her, almost like she was being forced to be there. Everybody around her was sobbing and crying and praying, and she was mad. She did not shed one single tear, y'all. And the granny didn't either. What grandmother could keep it together? And at one point, it looked like Candus had a smirk on her face, like she was trying to hold back laughter. I get we all grieve and mourn differently, but something's not right. Here's a post from that very day they held the prayer vigil in the park. It's a post written by somebody that was in line behind her, Candus, in like a quickie stop, and she purchased a bubbler pipe. And typically people who take part in methamphetamines use those types of pipes. And Borden Park, where they held the prayer circle, was only 4 minutes down the road. Maybe that's how she's coping with everything. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Donald was given an interview over the telephone. And before I go any further with that, I just want to rehash this. The day they reported Little Summer missing, he said that his wife called him first. And he said he was at work an hour away, and he told her, you need to hang up and call 911. And when he was asked, well, why did you beat her to dialing 911? He said because she had to go into her mama's motorhome to get the phone. And I've always said, if that was the case, how in the world were they speaking? I said it before and I'll say it again. He was not at work all day. He even bragged about beating the cops to his house by 15-20 minutes. Now listen to this closely. He catches himself and corrects it fast.
Not a clue that I know of. I'm sure it happens, but nothing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, when there's an abduction, I mean, what else would you call it?
Yeah.
Disappearing. I don't understand that. You know. But yeah, somebody was either hiding in the weeds there, waiting for the shade, either come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, we weren't 30 feet. They weren't 30 feet away when she got gone.
He let it slip. He said we and called himself and corrected it to they. He's also changed where Summer's scent was last smelled. According to the cops, the scent was lost at the end of the driveway. Donald said no, it wasn't the driveway. It was a dog trail. And the man said, where's this dog trail end up at? And Donald said, Ben Hill Road. That does not work in their favor with their life. Somebody captured the child and ran down a dog trail in 2 minutes. While Candus and her mom were out in the yard from the basement door, which is adjacent to the motorhome. Robin Lane never included that David Dotson was with her the night she got the call. She didn't get the call. David Dotson said he received the call from Candus, and he called Robin Lane. So what's that about? Robin made it out as if Candus directly called her, and that she dropped everything and took off. David said he picked Robin up. Either way, I found that very strange.
We had such a great love for each other. She loved me, and I don't know why I've never had someone love me that much in my life. And so it's been awesome, between me and her. And so it's killed me since she's been gone. It's just, at first, it was just so horrific knowing that someone abducted her and the cops are looking all around her house, knowing that she's not there. It's like, it's like you just talking to yourself, this ain't doing no good. But, I wish the police would have blocked off both ends of Beach Creek and everything else and kept it contained in our area, because I'm sure she's hundreds of miles away.
How can he be so nonchalant talking about Summer? She's hundreds of miles away? He says he's more than sure she's already dead, and he has to get on with his life and put this nightmare behind him. This picture was found on TikTok. It was uploaded on the 15th of June at 6:06 p.m. by Candus, of course. And that looks like Summer's body on the right-hand side of the screen, wearing a pink dress. Not the shirt and pants that she was reported seen last in. So if that was uploaded at 6:06, and the mother, was gone for 2 minutes, some way, somehow, she spoke with her husband and go across the way to the motorhome to grab the phone to dial 911. Of course, after looking for little Summer and hollering for her for about 10 minutes. Calling and reaching 911 at 6:30 to report Summer missing. That is a very tight timeline. And the other day there was a parade, and Robin and Candus, the mother, were leading a parade with a Pray for Summer banner. I do wish they'd find Summer. I really do. Do you guys find the law enforcement in that area to be strange? Or is this their strategy? It bugs me so much, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.